Hi, everybody. Welcome here. This is the presentation of international management. So let's start from why international management is important. So we start from the fourth industrial revolution. So in fourth industrial revolution is characterized by a situation in which we have physical, digital, and biological world that are combined together. So we need to put all the skills or the competencies, all the different backgrounds all together to create new knowledge for the next future. But let's think about it. And what do we need in terms of skills for embracing the challenges of this fourth industrial revolution? So here, the World Economic Forum in 2018 developed this report for the skills of 2022, so very close to us. So one of the main skills here are analytical thinking, active learning, creativity, originality, ability to analyze data, analyze the situation, and leadership and social influence, for example. These are the skills that right now are particularly relevant for the international environment. Why? Because the international environment is complex for two main reasons. On one hand, we said the fourth industrial revolution. On the other hand, we have the COVID situation right now. So this kind of things, these kind of challenges are even more important, are even more difficult to embrace. So we need to have certain skills that allow us to embrace these challenges and face the fourth industrial revolution. So international management revolves around these skills from a generalist perspective, meaning that we would like to develop skills that are able to navigate and tackle the challenges of this environment. So imagine this. This is an article in Harvard Business Review a few years back, how Google managed talents. And actually, Google, when considering candidates, looks at people who are able to learn new things, who are able to learn fast. And this is the spirit of international management, being able to learn in an international environment, in a setting where you have to combine different backgrounds and you have to put people together to collaborate and achieve a common goal. So we are not a specialistic master of science. We would like to develop managers able to connect the dots and connecting the competencies in a leadership perspective. Why international management? Because of the reason I mentioned before, but also because we are pretty good and do what we are doing, and the world is recognized this value and the value of the skills of the people in international management classes. So how is international management? So international management is a program that is, let's say, revolves around three different flavors. International management, the traditional one, CEMS, CEMS-MIM, and China MIM. For China MIM, then I will leave the floor in a while to Professor Perretti. So if we take international management, we have the first year at Bocconi, and then the second year could be in part at Bocconi, in part in an exchange program with other universities all around the world, or a double degree program with a partner university. While if you choose CEMS, and then we will go deeper in CEMS, the first year will be at Bocconi, but then the second year will be in a partner institution. The second year will be one semester in the partner institution, one semester in Bocconi, either the first or the second semester. So the partner institution CEMS means that we have more than 30 schools that are partner of this network, and we will have exchange of students across this network. But let's go deeper in the first year. So in the first year, first semester, we will try to provide you let's say, an umbrella about what's happening in the contemporary world. So from global scenarios, geopolitics and business. Right now, if you would like to be an international management student or an international manager, you have to know geopolitics, what's happening in the world. But besides this, having a context means also knowing what's happening from different perspectives in terms of finance, in terms of being able to know marketing, and in order to know and putting together all the elements that are related to data. So from a business analytics perspective, from a performance measurement perspective, so the firm perspective, from an analytic perspective in terms of marketing. And we look at these different things from different facets across different, let's say, international scenarios. Then in the second semester, we will continue to combine a more focused approach with a broader approach on what we are looking at. So, for example, we will continue with global scenarios. Number two, macroeconomics. So how economics is moving all around the world from an international perspective. But then we will go deeper into the different streams within the organizational environment. So with organization, with law, from a comparative perspective, from an international comparative perspective, we would go into the strategic part, and then how we manage the flow of goods, material, and in general operation all around the world. But then it's not over, because we will have also seminars on collaborative competencies. So how we can combine these different backgrounds, this different knowledge toward a common goal. Then I will leave the floor then to Professor Peretti for the China MIM, because will be held in Shanghai for part of the program. The second year, it's more, let's say, focus on the international development. You have 3 electives plus an internship, 2 foreign languages, 3 for the CEMS students, and then your thesis. Then you can, like we said, you can study abroad in terms of double degrees with one of our partner universities. Here we have ESADE, FGD, HSC, University of Queensland, St. Gallen, EMA, Cass Business School, Darla-Moore, and so forth. So we have several partners for our double degree program. Otherwise, you can also choose the exchange programs with other partner universities. For the double degree, you will have a degree from Bocconi and a degree from the partner university. If you choose CEMS, you will have also dedicated activities for CEMS. So block seminars that are focused on specific topics that are particularly important in the current environment. You have business communication skills seminars, so to provide you the best way to communicate in an international environment. Then you will have other SEM courses, but most important, you will have global leadership and global citizenship seminar. What does it mean? It means that this embraces the spirit of SEMS. So the global perspective with a responsible perspective. For SEMS, you will have also business projects, meaning that you will act as a consultant for specific project and real project in our partner firms. Then you will have also some skill seminars, so to develop some specific skills, and you will be able to choose these seminars across a certain portfolio. If we move forward, we can think about CEMS, and we focus on CEMS. Like I said, we have more than 30 schools that are our partner. And here you can find our partners that are all around the globe, okay, in every single country. If we speak about the CEMS again, here we have partners, okay? Partners in terms of corporate partners that work with the network of CEMS in order to support the development of this responsible and global leadership perspective for our students. Just another focus on CEMS, because it's not just Bocconi, but it's a network of universities. Bocconi is one of the founders of the CEMS network. It started in 1988 with 4 universities. Right now, we have more than 30 universities all around the world. And one of the strengths of CEMS is to leverage on the network of all the CEMS alumni that come from these 30 universities. Finally, just focusing again on CEMS, the idea is to provide cultural diversity and leveraging again on the bridge between this network of universities all around the world. Starting from this perspective, the idea is to combine together multiple ways of thinking and to have the richness of a global environment. But right now, I would like to leave the floor to Professor Perretti for the deeper introduction to the China MIM program. I leave the floor to Professor Perretti.
Thank you, Massimo. So just an overview about the China MIM program. So why China MIM and what is the reason for this program? Well, as you can see from the different covers from the economists, China is not only one of the major players in the global economy, but it is one of the main drivers of our globalization and how capitalism will go on in the future. Why China and why this specific focus on China is not just because China is quite important as a country, but also because the kind of capitalism that you can experience in China is different from the capitalism that you can experience, for example, in the United States or in Europe, where, of course, the presence of the state is huge and it's fundamental. So it's important to understand not only a major player, but also a major player that is developing a different kind of way in dealing with the economy and dealing with the companies. So one thing that we are very proud of is that we recognize the importance of China for many years. So it started this program more than 15 years ago. So it is one of the oldest double degree programs between a Chinese and a European university. And it started really as a sort of collaborative project between 3 universities, one in China, Fudan University, and 2 in Italy, Bocconi University and Louis. The focus and what is the kind of criteria for offering this demand is that we would like to kind of create these individuals that are talented and multicultural, and they have this kind of two-world mindset to understand what is operating in the Western part of the world, but also to understand what is going on with China. In order to do that, the program provides what we can say is a full immersion in this context, not only in terms of concepts, but in terms of social and cultural experience. The other thing that is very important is that being enrolled also with a Chinese university like Fudan University, China MIM students will have the unique opportunity to have an internship within a Chinese company, which otherwise is not allowed with other programs. And this, of course, it's an interesting, very precious opportunity in order to understand how Chinese companies are managed. Now, the structure of the program is quite different. So we have the first year that takes place at in China, Shanghai Fudan School of Management. Fudan School of Management is one of the most prestigious universities in China. The other thing is that you are located in Shanghai. And Shanghai, of course, it's a global city where you can have, you can experience the kind of growth and the kind of changes that you will have from that perspective. The class will be formed of 80 students. So 30 students are selected by Bocconi University, 35 are selected by Fudan School of Management, and 15 students are selected by Lewis. We will have the same curriculum of the regular course in international management. On top of that, there will be a Chinese language course. It is entirely taught in English with mixed faculty. So you will have the Fudan faculty, the Bocconi faculty, and the Lewis faculty together. But in the first year, the rules of Fudan in terms of grading, exam dates, and guidance are the ones that will be put into place. Another thing that it's important is you have seen the mix of students. We'll have mostly Chinese students and also a lot of Italian students. Of course, there are also international students, but the focus, as you can see, is not to put you in an international context, but to put you in a Chinese context. That is what is really important, to understand China, not to understand other international students. But of course, you'll have access to international experiences with other students from other countries, taking advantage of the fact that Fudan School of Management is an international institution, and also the fact that in Shanghai, you can find these kind of interactions with other international students quite easy. The China Mean program, of course, you will have an academic director like myself, but also you will have a team of liaison officers, both here in Milan and also in Shanghai, that will help you for all the kind of procedures, the documents that you might need in order to start your experience there. The second year then will take place at Milan, and then you can, of course, focus your choose the elective courses based on your preferences, and at the end you will have this kind of 2 degrees. Now, just one thing, because we are in the middle of the COVID emergency. Last year, we had to change the format of the program. So the first year was in Milan and the second year was in Shanghai. And of course, we'll have to see if such a structure should be repeated also in the future or not. But this is something that will depend upon the evolution of the COVID emergency. And so I think that it's very interesting. It's a very challenging experience. And so we would like really to have you on board. So we are waiting for your applications. And having said that, I will return the floor to Professor Magni.
And let's move to another important thing related to what we have for our program that is related to career opportunities. So let's say we have different career opportunities for international management and China MIM. So most of our students then go to work in large multinational companies or consulting firms. But right now we have an increase also in companies operating in the symbolic markets, so like fashion and design. But if we think also right now, what's happening right now, a lot of small and medium enterprises are looking for international management students for helping them out and for helping this firm to face the challenges of internationalization. So meaning that helping this firm to understand, analyze, and discover international markets. Some of our students also work in research centers and government agencies. So What does it mean? Why we show you this slide? Because we provide our students a very broad perspective in terms of career options and career opportunities. So far, we are very satisfied about what happens to our students as soon as they graduate. So these are some facts and figures. The day they graduate, 76% of them are employed. But I would like also to put the attention and the accent on the fact that 1 year after graduation, we have almost 95% of our graduates who are employed. But even most important is the fact that we have 59% of the graduates who are employed abroad, meaning that international management is really an international program that opens your door to the global environment and to the global experience. Here, some of our top employers. As you can see, again, the perspective is very broad in terms of industries, in terms of type of company, and so forth. Starting from Accenture, so in the consulting, Bain & Company, again consulting. Then we have UniCredit, UBS for the banking industry, and Amazon for the let's say retail, but also from the technological perspective. General Electric related to a different industry, different sectors. So you have a wide portfolio of industries who are working with our students. So I would like to thank you for your attention, and myself and Professor Peretti, we are here to answer your questions, and more than happy to answer to all your curiosities about international management and China. Thank you very much.